Hello everybody, I'm here for the Hyperinflation channel and welcome back to my Chinese Empire playthrough on the Great War Redux, where in the last episode we did go ahead and win the Xinhai Revolution. Not how I really wanted to win it, because we had to cheat, since, you know, couldn't find a successful way of beating them. I don't know how many attempts I'd done, but we had 4 shown off in last episode where I failed each of them. Yeah. Couldn't do it. Now, I am recording this episode straight after the first one, so I can't see any of the comments suggesting strategies or ways to win it if people have had them. Kind of hoping the comments are going to say, I've not won them either, so then I'm not going to feel bad that I'm an absolute massive noob and unable to beat the Chinese Republic. Where are you guys then? Oh, you are in the front. So, we're starting off with continuing to do some Qing new reforms. We'll get down the constitutional monarchy. However, we need to wait till Puyai's 16 before we can do any of, well, continued on the rest. Now, I'm just unite the warlords. Oh god, the warlord era. We're gonna explode. How fantastic is that? Let's start appeasing the colonialists. Subject demonstrations. Now, also last episode, good news for everybody. The German Empire has stuck around for once, and in fact they are they've preferred the Italians over the Austrians, which good for them. So yeah, Austria-Hungary is kind of feeling it. They've been isolated in the Adriatic Sea, which really isn't helping them. What's happening here? Oh, ease up on conscription, that's fine. And we'll minimise all that. So we're probably going to see Austria-Hungary die. Romania, Greece, Serbia and the Ottomans struck at Bulgaria in the second. Oh, Boris the third. Oh my gosh, Boris, you're looking young. Okay. Wow. Right. I didn't even realize Bulgaria had a tree. Victors in the Second Balkan War. Gosh, that would be pretty amazing if you could win that. Yeah, we had the First and Second Balkan Wars. First one ended in the Balkan League victory, then the second one also ended in their victory, but this time being against Bulgaria rather than the Ottomans. I'm trying to think what else happened last episode. I think that was it. Oh, we have the Mexican Federation right now. See how long it takes them to go back into a civil war. So Tavu stuck around with us, which was ideal. It's fantastic. Oh, Belgium's joined the Entente. Kind of hoping to see them conquer the Benelux. That would be interesting. Need to see what the UK's up to. I don't like how you've got a decent chunk of communism. That's not great. I'm kind of concerned by that. Could we have a communist UK popping up? That would be very interesting. I'm surprised Germany has... Oh, there we go. Bundeskrieg. There, I was just going to say, where's the war with Austria-Hungary? Yeah, it's a coming though. Yeah, I just fancy lowering the low legitimacy effects slightly. So we get the Mandate of Heaven. We asked the German Empire, United Kingdom, France and 2 others to give us land back. Who's the 2 other? Portugal and... Oh, Japan, because they have Dalian here. Port Arthur, of course. I doubt all of them will give me it back peacefully. The fate of the Beiyang militarists. The Beiyang army is considered the most powerful politicized, oh my god, I can never say the word, army, which is able to exert pressure on the highest ranked officials of the empire. We must take measures to weaken their influence or make concessions. Who doesn't submit to the empire will be executed, which gives us the Beiyang Purge, which lasts for 720 days. Or we need talented and influential commanders. We can do an alliance. Does the alliance completely get rid of all these effects? Where is it? Right, 35, 20, 20, 35, 25, 25, 25. 25, 25, oh, yes, we'll do that. We'll do an alliance with them. Let's not purge them. Yeah, do you know what? I'm fine with those negatives. That's not bad. I'll take that. Rather than waiting 2 years. We cannot justify war goals just yet, but when the Second World War... No, Second World War. We're in the Great War mod. Dude, come on. Well, actually, War with Austria-Hungary begins. The Brothers' War. A few months after termination of the alliance between Germany. It's been more than a few months. War broke out between the former allies. Feeling the weakness of Austria, shaken by inter-ethnic conflicts, Kaiser Wilhelm made a radical attempt to restore order in the Southern Empire on his own. If the Entente doesn't support its former enemy, then Germany will be one step closer to unleashing the Great War. They are mad. And the Germans have lost. Could you imagine? Austria-Hungary has... much smaller army than the Germans. They're at least 200k short. And Romania has decided to join the Central Powers. I don't think there's any way for you to win that if you're playing as Austria-Hungary. I think you're kind of doomed, really. Especially when the Hungarians rise up against you. Yeah, that really doesn't help the situation, does it? Right, since we're not going to be warring anytime soon, let's actually upgrade our equipment and actually get some artillery in production. As well as some... nothing else. Do we have any civilian factories to, you know, create other buildings? Nope, we still don't have any of that. I think we should probably try and deal with the hyperinflation. Recovery after the revolution ends in December of 1914, so we can wait for that. There's the first flight across the Mediterranean Sea. We can just let that one, we could deal with having that. Let's get rid of the hyperinflation, which requires us to go down restore nation and right there. So let's restore the nation. Consumer goods minus 15%. See, I don't see the point in grabbing that, because that's a 28%, 25 and 10. So, you know, it's really going to just remove, you know, that down to 10 really. So we're going to have 48% still. Now I'm glad Tanutava's stuck with us. We don't actually have any claims on Mongolia and Tibet. I'm hoping though one of these will give us that. We need at least 1 million manpower in our fuel. Okay. That's fine. Political power. We don't have the war support. That's not great. That's not great. Right. I'm just going to check one thing. I want to see what year Puyai becomes 16. Because that's when we'll get the ability to do constitutional monarchy. He was born in 1906, which means we're going to have to wait. Really? Oh my days, we're going to be waiting a while. Wow, we are going to be waiting a while. Pogroms in Russia. What are you doing to yourself? So he's currently 7. We've got another 9 years to wait. Great. Well, we've got the warlord era anyways to deal with, so I guess we're going to be kept busy anyways. To be honest, we're probably just better off just pulling our divisions back to Beijing because we won't be losing control of that. Can't even trade for steel right now. Factory repair speed, we don't even need that. Wow, all these, that national spirit is really helpful to us. Really helpful. Gosh, I don't really want to be playing in 1920 something to do this. Can we not just have them now? More than 10 war support, 2550. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to sort that out. Remove national spirit hyperinflation, however we gain hyperinflation, which we have for 70 days. And then that will leave us on inflation, which then we can do a land reform, which the same applies, then we can pay off our debts and that'll finally get rid of it. Okay, that's fine. What I'm going to actually start doing is befriending nations, which probably is going to start putting us in the... No. Economic stabilization. What do we want to do? Well, that gives us 10 war support. Nice. Well, it gives us, well, reduces that by 5. Where is it? The loss of 5 from you, and gives us 5. So that's good. That's good. Now I'm just thinking, if Japan wants to, you know, attack us, all we need is a navy, and that's really it. We can, well, and some of Russia, or even just access through Russia. Okay, there's nothing there we can do, so I guess I shall go ahead and use the political power to move up to... Actually, we'll just hold on to it, because if I can get my war support high enough, I really do want to go up to partial mobilization. Let's go ahead and research support equipment. It's about time we had that. So... Oh, look at the Balkans now. It's so it's so beautiful. Bohemian integration. So Bohemia gets their independence, and then the Germans are just going to completely take that away from them. Don't know why they're called Czechoslovakia when they don't even have control of Czechoslovakia. The state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs. Okay. Well, Slovenia isn't even under their control, and none of Serbia. I know Serbia's got claims on it all, but not theirs. Oh. Oh ho ho. Wow. Replace low legitimacy with the mandate of heaven, which gives us plus 15 stability, 15 war support, and the ability to create factions. So we're going to get plus 5, plus 5. Nice. The Hungarian Republic so far has been allowed to join the Germans. I wonder if they have just done that. They must have done the recognize Hungarian sovereignty. So that'll basically fit. Oh, yeah, they must have done because they're now doing military advisors. But there goes Czechoslovakia now. Wait, that's kicked off the Great War. Wow. Okay, that's kicked off the war. That's interesting. Okay. We shall just watch on as the world just crumbles. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to go up to partial mobilization. Fantastic. Now we could start justifying Mongolia, which I'm going to do. Might as well do something. We do have to start working on sorting out our division templates though, because they're awful. Czechoslovakia is dead, and now we have the Great War. Oh dear, oh dear. Where do we get other research slots actually? Because two is far from perfect. Really quite awful. Foreign ministries, we have modern staff, education reform. Seriously, we only get 3? Wow. Let me just research slot. Yeah, it's literally just education reform. Wow. Wow, that's not great, but understandable. We are China. We're kind of behind everybody else in the world. Ah, yes, Japanese manufacturer. Fantastic. So we can... War in Europe opportunity. Guess I'll go ahead and improve relations with you and also with the UK, who now has a fallen government and is not in the Entente, which is very, very interesting. Communism and fascism support. Wow, what are you doing? Well, you went down here, so we must be getting the red banner in London. Oh my days, Herbert Kitchener. Okay. All the King's men. US Declaration of Neutrality. You're not in... No, you're not demilitarized right now. War in Europe debates. What are you doing? War in Europe opportunity. Who are you going to join? Juarez assassination. Oh, and we'll go in here and do partial mobilization. Oh, we're just questioning Mongolia. Should probably go ahead and actually put our troops on the border. Now, do we have any factories? We have 2, yes. I'll use one of them to get me some steel from the Russians. France is really going to be in a tough spot once the Russians fall into their revolution, or, you know, they might actually win it before then. German Persia. That is fantastic. Now, I'm not sure if Mongolia actually has any divisions. Nope, no they don't. They have one of each factory. I'll happily take that. That will aid us in our industrialization. Alright, and since we can now, we should probably go ahead and do land reform. And maybe try and start dealing with the army corruption as well. At least you do have the opinions of those two as well. What we can do is do land reform. Since we have to wait 70 days, do German manufacturers, come back, do pay off debts, then jump onto the British ones. I think that is the plan. Pro-British policy, even though Britain's not in it. Wow, the German Persia is... They are pushing their way up quickly. The 3 pashas. Oh, well done. Good for you. Still got the 6th man of Europe though, but if you reorganise your army, you're doing okay. Shame you lost all your land. Saying that, the Italians never came for you. Why did the Italians not come for the Ottomans? It's not enough action. That will be why. The Ottomans can just sit there cheery happy knowing the fact that they still have Libya under control. Okay, that must be a naval invasion that the AI has just done very poorly with. Claim the Pacific Islands. I don't know why you done pro-British policy. You shoulda. You shoulda joined the Central Powers. Attack the dead men. Germany could not succeed during the attack on the fortress. The last chance to defeat the Russians was the use of chlorine. After the gas attack, the German battalion launched an offensive, but the attack did not last long. The garrison of the fortress survived the gas attack without the use of chemical protection to counterattack the enemy. The living dead demoralized German forces and halted their advance. What? Attack the dead men? Never heard of that before. That's a first. How far away are we? Oh, we're only 20 days away, folks. Then we're going to invade Mongolia. Now the question is, when are we going to go boom? When does the warlord era come? Empire collapsed. Provinces consider themselves independent states. It's time to fix it. There's the Battle of Verdun. French troops suffered thousands of casualties. Right, land reform is done. Let's do German manufacturers. There we go. Right, we need to actually research some planes as well. Ah, we're ready to strike Mongolia. Hello, hello. Let us just walk into your land. Oh, I only generate 1.3% from doing that. Zero world tension. I guess I'll just take over Tibet as well. Oh, restore the nation's gone, which means I now have no factories. But recovery from the revolution's gone, so does it mean I have factories again? It does. Great, which means I'll go ahead and begin trading with the Russians again. Does Tibet have any troops? They do not. They have 2 civilian factories under their control though, so I want them. Sorry, Mongolia. Oh, Mongolia got a division out. Fall of Warsaw. Russian Empire retreated from Poland under the pressure of the German Empire. Despite the strong resistance of the Russian and Polish corps, the German army managed to cross the Vistula River. Warsaw was surrounded. A few days later was captured. The city was practically unharmed. However, the Russian army used scorched earth tactics to prevent the Germans from occupying Polish villages. The defeat in Poland provoked a series of anti-German pogroms in Russian cities, a huge wave of deportation of Jews from the Pale of settlement of Belarus and Ukraine, as the Russian command feared that the Germans would try to use these lands to agitate people who were dissatisfied with Russian national politics. It's not going very well for the Russians, is it? But it never does. Unless I'm playing as them. Or any HOI4 YouTuber. Well, I don't really know why. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was someone else, but it's just us going after Tibet. What have you got in that division? Stronger than our division. We only have 6. That's a big boy division. Shame they died. Anyways, let's go ahead and just annex that. Right, let's head on down to Tibet now. And what we'll do is, we're actually short of guns. Not ideal, not ideal. Yeah, I want to see what the setback's going to be if I add 3,000 those, 2,000 artillery. Yep, we are not going to be having artillery in the army anytime soon. I think we should also start doing these. Just get rid of that. Payments of indemnities. Alright, pay off debts. That'll get rid of low inflation. Which isn't hurting us too badly, but with that gone... Oh, with that gone, we're actually going to be doing good on city factories for a wee bit. Now, is there anyone here? Financial expert? Let's grab them. -5 consumer goods. We go a couple more factories, which means I'll go ahead and import some more steel. And I'll have manpower equipment for garrison. Oh, of course, because we'll be garrison in Mongolia. Hopefully we'll maybe get a core or just a claim on it later. Well, Russians are starting to push back in German Persia by the looks of things. Or maybe they're just not doing as well there, Persia. So the Russians are starting to do okay. God save the king. Intervene in the Chinese rebellion. Well, you're not really going to be helping me that much. I'll take the 5k guns. That will really help me. But you're not getting that. Anti-democrat Winston Churchill will get division attack and core territory and division defense and core territory plus 25%. Romanov alliance. Oh, wow. We could see the UK join the Central Powers. Worldwide anti-Bolshevik crusade. Restore order in the East. Well, I guess if the Soviets exist, they're going to have a hard, bloody time. Ah, we've paid off our debts. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and do... Oh, we need to wait to do that again. Right, let's do Central Provinces. We'll go ahead and boost relations in the UK again. Do they maybe hate us a little bit more? They have claimed our territory. Oh, yes, because of Hong Kong. Now we're not too far away from going to war with Tibet. I'm just wondering when we're going to explode into the warlord era. I want to say maybe around 1916, 17, during those 2 years. Denmark's joined the Entente. Norway has joined the Entente. Sweden has joined the Entente. Germany, what the hell are you doing, mate? Military mission to Turkey. The German Empire invites Ottoman state to the Central Powers. And also Bulgaria. Wait, what? We need aircraft engine. We don't have the aircraft engine? Where do we get that? Oh, there. Aircraft engine. Wow, you know it's bad when you don't have an aircraft engine. Jeez. Oh, Persia's winning back over here again. Japan actually hasn't joined anyone. Oh, because they can't join Entente because Great Britain needs to be at war with them. Well, war with the Germans. Sorry. What is this music? Battle of Marne. Nice, I like it. Don't need any of this. I might as well just minimize it all. Right, so let's go ahead and do some. None of that. Let's do concentrated industry 2. There goes Tibet. I'll take them. Thank you very much, Lee. Four days left. Good, good, good. Is anyone here? Colonial Governor. It's a major. Well, sadly, I'm not a major yet. Let's go ahead and get the. I don't know how to say that. Factories. Give us some civvies. How bad is this now? 23%. That reduces by 6, 6, and 6. So. Still gonna have a little bit left. Maybe we don't actually completely get rid of it. We should probably grab the British manufacturers as well. Chinese Labour Corps. Weekly manpower 1,000. The Ottoman Empire has joined the Central Powers. However, they don't really need them for striking the Russians. Coup in Serbia. Great, Serbia is here. I guess Serbia really isn't going to get up to much. Saying that, actually, they are the state, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. France has been a little bit. What is happening with Denmark, Germany? Why are the Danes winning? What are you doing? Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave that episode there. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for some more. Until then, take care. Cheer, bye. The now.